Welcome to Alas Cripps and Clark Learning in an Instant. So this one is all about probing questions. All right. One thing I was taught very early on was to make sure don't accept the first answer. Candidate or client doesn't matter, but that first answer is probably what they think you want to hear.
Surface level information.
Exactly. And if you then just carry on with the questions that you've planned, again, it's going to sound a little bit robotic. It's not going to sound like a conversation.
Well, it also demonstrates that you haven't listened.
Potentially.
Okay. So, probing then. We're delving deeper into a previously given answer.
Yes.
This could be probing from a CV, from a job spec, or actually probing from somebody in a face-to-face or telephone conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what would be some of the techniques I could use?
Pez, if you remember those little Pez sweets, Pez tends to help me, but then they were with a Z and not an S, so it doesn't really help. Anyway, precisely, exactly, specifically.
Yes.
So if you feel like then maybe hedging around some information and you want to deep dive and you really want to get to the information, then what precisely do you mean? Pez, yeah, P-E-S.
Okay, I call it SEP.
Okay.
SEP's so much easier to remember. Anyway, so there you go.
I like sweets.
So what precisely did you mean by that pairs example?
Well, what exactly are you talking about?
Okay, how on earth are we going to get onto the next part? So we got specifically, exactly, precisely, or precisely, exactly, and specifically.
Yeah.
There's also one that I really like, and that is reflective.
Yes, yes. So what do you mean by that?
What do I mean by what?
Reflective.
A reflective.
Alan is reflecting my question back each time, just turning the word into a question. So in other words, just repeat back what they've said and go up at the end, make it into a question.
Make it into a question. But don't overuse it. We've got reflective. What's an extend?
Well, go on.
Yes. It's just a simple prompt for more information. Go on, really, okay.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. And over the phone, these are simple acknowledgements sometimes. And 3 words that I always give out: what else, who else, where else.
Yeah.
Brilliant ways of just getting that little piece of information. You don't need to formulate a fantastically long, complicated question. What else, who else, where else. And probing, silence.
Yes, giving a gap at the end of a sentence, which I obviously struggle with, can make the difference. Give that person the chance to actually think and reflect themselves and add in more information. Silence can be really powerful.
Yeah, good. And I think finally with probing, because of the very nature of them, because we're delving deeper into a previously given answer, we're effectively saying, that's not enough, I want more. So rather than it feeling like the white interrogation light on them, we do need to soften our tone. Sometimes we might even need to explain why we need that information. But probing is essential.
I always found really helpful when someone says something and I wanted more, I go, that's really interesting. Tell me more about that.
Yep. Good.
Much more likely to. Wonderful.
So, probing, done. Yes. See you on the next Learning in an Instant.